So today I'm going to be doing a slightly different video. We're going to be taking this T310 19-inch wheel version out on the road and see how we get on with it. You've seen many videos we've done on the T310. This is the new version with the 19-inch wheels. Now, the first thing to notice about this bike, of course, is that it's keyless. So the key is in my pocket. Turn it on, push the button, unlocks the steering, and now you get this nice TFT colour screen. Very nice indeed, I like that. Where are the buttons on this one? It's not touchscreen, there's no buttons. Okay, you've got set and mode on here, so let's see what we've got. Mode, right, range 275 miles, average MPG 60, so let's reset that. Or not. Okay, maybe if I hold the mode button. There you go, reset. Right, start it up because the battery light's flashing. Because it's a demo bike and it's been sitting around for a while, I believe. Right, the colour screen has gone a bit dark. I wonder if I can change that, because I don't like that being that dark. Mode. Average miles per hour, range, average MPG. No, that's about all you can do. So it automatically changes the colour, does it? The brightness. Okay, well I can still see, so... right, so what have we got? We've got temperature gauge down here. We've got economy mode. Take that off. We've got petrol down here. Revs on this side. And the miles per hour on this side. And the gear indicator up there. So, today I'm sporting my Oxford gloves, my Oxford Toronto gloves, and my new Alpine Stars jacket. I like this, very comfortable. Right, I've got my HJC Barleon flip helmet on, and I'm doing an experiment with my microphone, so hopefully this will come out alright. I've done a couple of tests, and I think it's going to be okay. Now, to notice on the screen, you've got an adjustable screen, up and down. They're backlit, so you've got the red glow, which I think you can see still on here, even though it's daylight. And we, without any further ado, are going to crack on. So, let's roll the intro and get cracking. So here we go, we're going on a journey just to see how we get on. Yeah, indicators will be good. Well done, brilliant. We'll just guess where you're going. Now don't forget, this is a 312cc single cylinder engine. The bike has been out for a couple of years now, and I was very impressed the first time we saw it. Nice smooth gear change there as you pull away. It's not the brightest of dashes. There must be a way you can change that. I'll have a look when we stop. Now initially, a little bit of wind buffeting, but nothing major. We're doing 35 miles an hour and a 40. I'm just going to put the screen up and see what difference that makes. Okay, the wind buffeting changes. Still get a little bit, but you get it on the top of your head rather than the side of your body. So back down again for now. That's better, yes, prefer that at this lower speed anyway. So 6-speed gearbox. What's different on this model from the other one is various little bits really, and I'll put up a list along the side here in a minute. But basically what you also get, just to put my sun visor down, what you also get is the TFT colour screen now instead of the mono screen, and you get the 19-inch front tubeless spoked wheels. Just going to slip between these here, thank you very much. This one's already over the line. We'll have some of that. Okay. Well. So yes, in this video I thought we'd do some miles. We'd see how it goes on a journey, see what average MPG we get, see what it's like as a daily rider. Now I know obviously a lot of the videos we do tend to be talk about the bike, go out, do some cinematic shots, play a bit of music when the wind gets a bit noisy. So at this time we'll try doing it this way, and if it works out okay, we'll do a lot more videos this way as well. We'll still do the cinematic stuff, and we will still do the other stuff as well, but we'll also throw in some talky whilst ridey stuff. Well, seating position, fantastic. 830mm seat height on this bike, very comfortable. I am 5'10.5". I think I've got something like a 31-inch inside leg. Someone asked that question on the last video, so hopefully that answers your question. I think it is 31.5 inch, something like that. Regular leg. Normal sort of riding position. I sit in the middle. I don't sit at the front of seats. I don't sit at the back of seats. I just sit in the middle. Now what you also get on this bike over the last one is this is a gel seat. Very comfortable. That's the first thing I notice. It's very comfortable. The handlebars feel taller, but when you look at the bike in comparison to the other one, it's actually a little bit low at the back, and the seating position is very comfortable indeed. Very easy to get along with. Manoeuvrability is fantastic. I mean, we are talking about a bike that's only about 160 kilos. It doesn't weigh a lot at all. Very, very flickable. Very easy to ride. The only thing I've ever had an issue with this bike is it being single cylinder. It's a little bit, I wouldn't say vibey, but you can just hear it's a single cylinder. And I think I'd have preferred maybe a parallel twin. But the only thing with that, like we found out with the Zontes Terrain, it is not as powerful at the bottom end. It doesn't feel as rapid at the bottom end as this does. This feels nice and quick and swift when you're pulling away. Again, only about 160 kilos, but I've got no problems with being blown around. It is quite a windy day today. The wind is starting to come in across from the west, and we are heading west at the moment. One thing I am impressed with is I can actually see quite well out of these mirrors. We did have an issue with a lot of mirrors. Mirrors are a big thing for me, where you see half an arm and not much else. But this, yes, I have to move a little bit. I mean, they could do with being another ½ inch longer perhaps, but it's nothing major. Certainly nowhere near as bad as a lot of the other mirrors I've seen. I like the position of them. I like the look of them. Lovely design, very nice. The whole handlebar actually. The height of the handlebar seems perfect. My hands are out, very comfortable. I'm not stretched. I don't feel any issues with the way the bars are height wise, let me put it that way. So I went around there in 4th gear, and that was really easy. I'm going to take this corner in 4th as well and see what happens. So we're doing 24 miles an hour in 4th. Oh yes, these tyres are very nice as well, very smooth, and because it's light you can sling it into a corner and not worry about, am I going to have to power out of the other side? I can just whip it back up. This is lovely. And when I get up to some speed, I'm going to change the screen and see what difference that makes. I'm now in 6th gear, 42 miles an hour, 4,200 RPM. That is very clean, very easy to see. I like that. We're in sport mode. Now bearing in mind this bike, you put it in eco mode, you get above 7,000 RPM, it automatically goes into sport mode anyway. The layout of the controls is very easy. You've got indicators down here, your horn here, your hazard flashes, your lights which are on most of the time. On this side you've got your kill switch, your eco and your sport mode, your lights which are on or off. Now you've got daytime running lights, when you put the lights on then you get the red backlit lights that you have on here. You've got your seat release, your fuel release, and your lock, which is like your immobiliser lock. And you've got your start button down here. I love how this is nice and high. I do like the design of this as well. Easy to see dashboard right in front of you. It's not intrusive. Very easy, very clean to see, but I just wish I could make it a bit brighter. It was bright when I first started, so why has it gone dull? Like I say, we'll have a look at that and have a play in a minute. Oh, it's so simple, so easy to ride. It's quiet as well. As I say, there's a tiny bit of vibe around the gonad region, but it's not annoying, not yet. There's no vibe felt through the handlebars. That sort of soaks up any vibrations quite well. No vibe through the actual seat. It's just around the crotch area. So maybe reposition your balls before you sit down. I cannot believe how easily it swifts around corners. So nice. I love that. Really do love that. Find somewhere to stop soon and have a look around and a chat about the bike. Ah, yes. Easy breezy day. Lovely day as well. Yes, it's a bit windy, but it's not bad. Bearing in mind it is the middle of December 2020, of course. Now, as I say, I'm not being blown about at all. I'm completely upright. I've got gusts of winds. I'm completely upright and I've got no qualms about being thrown around. This feels really well planted on the road. Now, one thing I do want to add is I think this is a little bit quicker than the previous version. I don't know if they've had a remap, but it feels a bit quicker. There's nothing behind me, nothing in front of me. I'm just going to drop down to about 30 miles an hour. I'm going to put it in third gear. And I'm just going to pull away and see what we get. Yeah, not bad. Like I say, it's not a rocket ship, and you can feel, or hear, should I say, not feel, that it's a little bit vibey, but nothing to write home about. It's a simple, easy daily ride. That's what I like about it. So now I'm doing 60 miles an hour in 6th gear, 6,000 RPM. That's not bad. Again, a little bit of noise. Feels like I could be putting it in 7th, but there isn't one. Right, let's try eco mode and see what that does. Eco. See if that changes anything at 60 miles an hour. Well, so 60 mile an hour in 6th in eco mode, same revs, doesn't sound any different. In a sport mode, with sport mode it feels just a bit more responsive. It picks up a bit quicker and a bit more urgent. That's it. I don't think it makes much difference to MPG or anything like that. I don't know. We're in sport mode for most of the journey, I think. The way I ride, I like to rev the bike. Not ridiculous, I'm not a bouncer off the limiter kind of person, but I like to get up there quite quickly. At the moment we're averaging 31 miles per hour and 70 mpg. It's not bad. Okay, let's see what it's like at filtering, because obviously we've got traffic now. Yes, the engine is still running, still not bad at all. Okay, just pull in, wait for this lorry to go past. But we're on a motorbike, you don't want to sit in traffic on a motorbike. Okay, at slow speed, balance, very nice, very simple. No dramas whatsoever. That's very easy. Into third, I've got my indicator on so people know I'm overtaking, I'm coming out. Otherwise, what's the point in having a bike if you're just going to sit in this traffic? Look at the state of that, look, what is going on? Ludicrous. It's very easy to just go, oh, open road, bye! But no, that would be irresponsible. Look at this, look. Ridiculous traffic. And what is the point of it? What are we going to find at the end of this? Oh, I'm so glad I'm on a bike. Just imagine if you had to sit in this in a car or the truck. Oh, no thank you. Oh dear. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. I've never known anything in my life. What is it, a bit of roadworks for about 15 seconds? And all this hold up. Merry Christmas. I see a red light. And there we are, right at the front. So simple. So glad we're on a bike. And we'll just wait for the green light and off we go. Now, the problem I have with a lot of these videos is people asking questions go, yes, but what's it like on a motorway? We don't know, because our nearest motorway is 100 miles away. So we never actually get to find out what the motorway travelling is like. The best we get is a dual carriageway, which I will take you on a little bit later. But that's the best you get from us, a dual carriageway. We just can't do motorway tests, unfortunately. So let me tell you a bit about the gear I'm wearing. Well, I've got Oxford Toronto gloves, I've got Alpine Stars jacket, also part of Oxford. I've got my Buffalo trousers and my Alpine Stars boots. I'm very warm. And I've got my HJC Barleon carbon fibre flip helmet. One of only 6 ever made. Blue carbon fibre flip helmet, but it's very quiet, very comfortable. I've got my pin lock in, so I cannot steam up. It's brilliant. So I've got the visor down, I'm nice and toasty, I'm talking away, and I'm not steaming up one little bit. Love it. I love this helmet, it's so comfortable. Well worth the 500 or 600 something pounds. So, it's us at the open road. Again, easy. Oh, a little bit of gust of wind there. I felt myself pushed, but I wasn't blown off course. I just felt a little push, that's all. I've had worse. Well, on a 125, yes, you're blown about quite a bit, but you can also say the same about a 1000cc bike. Yes, it's heavier, but you get a gust of wind, that's a lot of weight to push, and when it pushes, you don't quite always know that you can bring it back in line quite as easily as a lighter bike, if you know what I mean. This just feels so comfortable. Now, I don't get any numbness, I've got no pain in my palms, the grips are very comfortable. The light throttle means I haven't got any strain on my palm twisting it open. It's very pleasurable. Okay, I'm going to pull off the road up here in a minute and we're going to have a little conversation and a little walk around the bike a bit more. You should all know the bike by now anyway. See what I mean? I'm pushing for 7th there and there isn't one. Maybe it's because I'm just used to a lot more speed. Now, I've got a tiny bit of vibe through my right foot on the right foot peg. Again, tiny bit, not enough to be intrusive, not enough to put me off and think, wow, that's going to annoy me. I can just feel it a little bit, and I think some of that is due to the surface, because I've only just felt it, so it might be down to the road surface that I'm on. There's a lay-by up here. The more I push my foot down, the more I can feel it, but if I just sit my feet normally, not really an issue. Easy to reach stand, very easy to find. We're in neutral. Looking good. And there we have it, look. Zontes T310 version 2. That looks like a thumbnail. So let's take a closer look around. As you can see, 19-inch wheels on this one. Much nicer, I think, than the 17-inch wheel version. You've got the Bosch ABS system on there, front and rear of course. You've got the tubeless wheels, straight off the BMW design, stainless steel spokes, 160 back tyre and 110 front, I believe, 110, yeah, 110/19. The screen is adjustable, like with the older model. There's a slight difference in design of these, and I think I prefer these design. They seem to guard your hands very nicely. I also like what they've done with this exhaust. Instead of the sort of titanium champagne colour, they've now gone for this full titanium grey colour. You still got the champagne-y bit on the back here. I also like this, much nicer than that one that wraps around the rear wheel. Much prefer that. The bike feels taller, but you've got a 19-litre tank on this now. So that's a nice big tank, and as I say, you've got the TFT screen. So when we turn that on, I like that. There we go. So we've been doing 72.4 miles per gallon average. That's not bad. Average speed we've been doing has been 30 miles an hour. Okay. Obviously over a longer period it would be better to see what we can do, but we'll do that at the end. I also like how they've now got this nicely designed badge on the tank here instead of the sticker. I like this colour. Very nice colour indeed. Such an imposing looking bike, a big bike. Doesn't look like a 310. Looks a lot bigger than that. Now it's beeping because I've walked away more than 2 meters and I've got the fob, because it's keyless, remember. The fob is in my pocket. But yes, single cylinder 312cc. Very nice. Zontes have really cemented themselves, I think, firmly in the market now with the bigger boys. Some lovely bikes, even with those 125s we were doing. This is a lovely, lovely bike. And we've had no reports of any major dramas. So they've certainly stood up the test of time. I know it's only been a couple of years, but I haven't noticed any dramas at all in the past couple of years of these bikes. The only issue they had before, I think, was the battery. The battery they did have was the lithium battery. Wasn't very good, didn't work very well, so they changed it to a gel battery, but the only one they could fit in the slot was a 4 amp hour battery, something you find on a 50cc really. And now they've changed it to a 10 amp hour battery, so you haven't got any worries about that either. So the only issue they had, they've solved. Brilliant. Love it. Right, let's get back out on the road. So, I've just turned around because I have noticed up here a perfect place to test off-road. I think it was in here. Well, there's a house in there. That's no good. No, I don't want to go in there. But I might be able to go down here. Again, it's light enough to have some fun, but these tyres are not designed for off-road. As you can see, slippy. Yeah, these are definitely on-road tyres. I mean, standing up, it's a lot easier. No problems whatsoever. But the second you get a bit of slippage, you want to put your feet down because it'll slip, and it is slipping. It's fun, I'll give it that, but it's not brilliant with the tyres. Yeah, definitely slipping a lot. Wouldn't recommend going off-road on these tyres. But as I said, the best part about it is it's so light you can catch it. Wow. I always want to go back just to see what the slippage looks like. It was fun, I'll give it that. Are you ready? Let's do it. So, muddy track, and it is muddy. Slip. Yeah, it's not designed for this. Maybe some grippier tyres. Because of the weight, I don't see a major issue, I'll be honest. I think it would do it if it had better tyres. However, I hope it's sliding all over the place. I'm trying to avoid the grass just to see how good it is in the mud. It's definitely fun, and as I say, it's light enough not to cause an issue. But these tyres, definitely not off-road tyres. I mean, this is more sort of tractor style. You see where I've been slipping and sliding. Whoa, yeah! Oh, that's fun. Brilliant. Well, did it? Didn't fall down. I'd say that's a plus. Right, let's get these muddy tyres back out on the road, shall we? So as you can see, the transition from mud to road doesn't cause any dramas, no slippage, no worries. Wind is more of a factor than all. Do you know what? I thought that was bloody reversing up here for a minute. How weird was that? I saw that and thought there's a van reversing. Stupid lights. They look like reversing lights. Threw me for a second there. Oh well. Oh, I recognise this road. This is where I did my Triumph ride away up here. Was that up here? No, it wasn't. Forget that. Moving on. Well, you see here, it's quite a bumpy road, but this absorbs it really nicely. I'm not being thrown about in any way. I've got no worries about being thrown off. Very pleasant experience. Bit of a gust there as I went past that roadway. But as I say, it is quite a gusty day. But it's not really causing any issues. It's taking it all in its stride. And I also have to report that this helmet, bearing in mind it's a flip helmet, is brilliant. There's no more wind noise out of this than there is out of a standard full face helmet. But that's quality. Yes, okay, I paid a lot more for it, but it's carbon fibre and it is very nice. This is taking the roads very nice. Nice corners, lovely road. The only thing about Norfolk and Suffolk is that it's a bit flat. Not many curves, not many hills, and certainly no mountains. And I do miss that. I always get a bit cautious with tractors because you never know what they're going to do. Well, there we go. So for this last little section, just going to see what it's like on these little twisties, and then we'll go back on the dual carriageway and see what it's like up to motorway speeds. So yeah, the engine develops 35 horsepower, which doesn't sound huge, but it's a 312cc, so that sounds absolutely fine. And that's enough to get you up to 90-95 miles an hour. Or certainly enough to cruise at 70. And with this style of bike that it is, being the adventure style bike, that is absolutely fine. It doesn't feel like a 312cc, that's the important thing. It feels like a lot bigger bike, structurally, size-wise, and engine capacity. The only thing that reminds you it's a 300cc is the little bit of vibe from that engine. But then I think that's why you think, oh, it's a little bit vibey, because you keep forgetting it's a 300cc. And that is what I'm so impressed about. So see how we go up this hill. 60 mile an hour road. Absolutely no problems whatsoever, no dramas. Straight up that hill. There was no worries about, oh, is it going to make it? Yes, not a problem. Not quite like that. That will do me fine. So why don't you go ahead and let me know? Oh God, I mean, I said that, why don't you go ahead and let me know? No, that's so American, I'm not saying that. So please let me know in the comment section below what you think. Do you have one of these already? Have you got the older version? Have you got the new version? Have you got something else? Have you got the BMW GS 310? If so, what do you think of that? And have you ridden one of these in comparison? And why did you choose the other one? There's going to be other people say, what about the KTM 390? Yes, but that's not really an adventure retired bike, is it? There is the 390 Adventure, of course, but that is a 390, so it's obviously going to be more powerful. This is a 312. Now, you can get the boxes for these. The racks themselves are, if I remember correctly, about 45 quid for one of the racks and about 80 quid a pair for the other racks. I may be wrong. If I am, I'm going to put it in the subtitles below just to see if I am wrong. I might be. So I'll correct myself here. And then you can get the boxes on top. Now, the boxes that come with these are lined Zontes boxes, or Givi I think they're made by, but they're lined boxes, aluminium, very good quality, but they are £900 for 3. You can get the shad boxes, they do fit on these racks as well. Or you could probably just get a generic top box on that rack and some pannier bags if you prefer those. You saw me coming, didn't you? But you still pulled out. Of course you did. You think you got a disabled badge, that means you can ride really slowly. Brilliant. Thanks for that. You couldn't wait 10 seconds? No, of course not. I don't really want to speculate there's a woman, but it is. Now, I don't want to say anything bad against women drivers, because there are some fantastic women drivers, but on the whole, do you find, and this is more of a question than a statement, that women drivers cause more issues than men? It's a big debate, and am I going to end up annoying a few people here? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm not siding with anybody, just merely an observation, and I'd like your opinions on that observation. And go. So, unlike most people in this section, I'm doing 40 miles an hour because there's a 40 limit. And the amount of people that come flying down here just because it's a dual carriageway is amazing. So here we go. I'm about to go into the 60 limit. And we're going to take it up to 70, drop it into 4th gear, and away we go. Now this is where I think that screen is going to come in. I may have to talk a bit louder here. So I'm doing 70 miles an hour, 7,000 RPM. That's very easy to remember, isn't it? I'm going to adjust the screen. Wow. That is a fantastic difference. Yes, I can still hear the wind, but it makes an amazing difference between that and that. The wind noise is a lot greater at this, and I'm being buffeted, not thrown around, but buffeted, whereas up here, so much better. Brilliant. So this is more of a high speed kind of level and go, whereas the lower one, so you can just do that for the low speeds, and then when you get up to speed you go, oh no, I think I've menued that. That's not struggling to 70, that's me trying to knock over 70, because obviously on camera I'm a very responsible rider. Oh, and off camera too. Very responsible rider. Never speed. No. Always riding responsibly. Well, all that nonsense aside, very simple to ride. Very comfortable, very easy. Feels very nice in every aspect. The suspension, you've got the upside down forks on here, and you've got the mono shock with the nitrogen filled, basically a gas ram, on the back. And gel seat, 160 odd kilos, very light, very nimble, thoroughly enjoyable ride. And I hope you've enjoyed this style of video. If you like this style of video and you want to see more of these, please let me know in the comment section below. If you are happy with what we do across the range anyway, then please let me know that too. I don't mind feedback either way. What I don't want to do is these all the time, because that's what everybody does. And they just get a bit boring seeing one angle, possibly 2 or 3 different angles. So I think what we'll do in future is our normal video and a bit of this thrown in, and then we've got everyone covered, and all angles covered. What do you reckon to that? So now I've had a chance to have a closer look at this dash. If you push the set button on here, you get a menu, and that menu has lots of features. As you can see here, the brightness can be changed, which is good. Now if you select that brightness, you can change from auto, which is what it was on, or you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brightness, so that's good. Units you can change to kilometers per hour, language, Bluetooth on or off, TPMS, information here, so you've got tyre pressure monitors, I believe. Yes, there are tyre pressure monitors in there. Obviously it's not monitoring them now because the bike's not running. What else have you got? Okay, interface. Oh yes, you can change from different styles. So race gives you that kind of dash. Street. Or simple. I don't know which one I like. I like many. Clock you can change. Okay, I fiddled with that earlier, so that's my mistake, so you need to change that at some point. Sorry. So there we go. A very handy clock indeed. Not just a pretty little clock. It's actually got lots of features. Very nice. So just one more thing I want to test is I'm going to move this into the sun just to see what it's like and adjust the brightness. So bear with me a sec, because if I'm doing this one-handed, are you impressed? Okay, so now the clock is completely in the sun. Yes, there's a glare there, but you can still see it from the riding position. You can still see it, no problem at all. Now I'm going to go into the menu and adjust the brightness onto automatic and see what happens. Not a lot. It's obviously recognised that I need to see better. So yes, that still works very nicely in the sun as well. Yes, there's a glare, but I mean, at the end of the day, that is a glare off a screen. and I'm going to be sitting right in front of it. So if I'm back here, that's pretty good. And on that note, it's time to end. So please have a very good Christmas. Watch out for our message that's coming soon. Yes, we've got a Christmas message and a Christmas special guest. So watch out for that, and of course, enjoy yourself. Don't eat too much, don't drink too much, and certainly don't drink. Come on, where are you going? Certainly don't drink and ride, or drink and drive. I'm going to go around the roundabout just because I can. I'm leaning over quite far here, and it seems to be taking it rather nicely. Nice, pleased with that. Oh, lovely. So yes, and on that note, until next time, please ride and drive carefully, but have fun. Bye bye.